Hey, how's it going, everybody? Sarasota Tim coming to you from beautiful Boynton Beach here at the Two Georges and the Banana Boat waterfront restaurants right out here that I'm going to walk up to after I make this video. And I think we're going to try the Two Georges today. We haven't been there in a long time. The Banana Boat is always a favorite. It's very, very busy right now. I had to park out on the road and walk a couple blocks to get here. But I wanted to make a video because I had to follow up on what I talked about today in my earlier video, crushing it at 62 on Social Security. And man, let me tell you, I just love the comments. The comments are so fun to read, and know that I've encouraged and convinced and helped made you think about it or whatever. But of course, you know, you do you and I'm gonna do me. And nobody has to tell you that. You're always going to do what you want to do. But there are a few comments that I just have to respond to that they want to splice the video and remove a couple of segments from it and take things out of context. And so I wanted to address those because they seem to keep coming up in the comments on all of the videos that I've made regarding collecting your Social Security at 62 years old. So let me see if I can think of them and go over them one at a time quickly. One is what I just said. Collecting your money at 62 is the smartest thing you can do, because what people seem to misunderstand in some people, most people completely get it. Most people have common sense, and that's what I have. I'm not a college graduate, but I have common sense. I know it when I see it, and that's it. So the fact is, I collect $1,700 a month Social Security. And I live in a RV, by the way, a camper. It's not a trailer. I guess, you know, it's semantics, right? Moot point. Anyway, I live in an RV by choice. I'm not so broke I have to live in that. I choose not to throw away all of this high dollar rent money that they're getting these days to some landlord. I'm going to do something else in the near future, and the near future is going to bring some opportunities. Contrary to what a lot of people might think, things are going to come down because they have to. This is not sustainable. But anyway, back to the Social Security. I get $1,700 a month. Folks, if I got the $700 more a month by waiting 7 more years, let's make it $1,500 more a month. Let's make it whatever number you want. Well, that would not be correct, but it's not enough. It's not enough, the check that you're going to get by waiting. It's never going to be enough from Social Security, folks, to live a life. Even as a minimalist, even as a person with no debt. It's 2023. Things are going to come down, but they have to come down to, like, you know, which they're never going to come down that low, to prices that are, you know, unbelievable for that to be enough. You're always going to have to work. What's wrong with working? What is the problem that people have with understanding that you can do some kind of a job, standing up, pouring some wine in a cup, or handing a golf cart key to somebody, or, you know, answering a phone in an office, or whatever? But you cannot live on Social Security. I cannot live on Social Security. The idea of collecting it at 62, now listen to me clearly, are you listening? Okay, is so you don't have to work as much as you have all of your life. You can finally get a little reprieve, a little break, a little check coming in, or a nice check coming in, however you want to look at it, that will give you that much time less that you have to report to a job that you get free. I say free because it's your money, but you're getting this without having to go in. I mean, if your boss told you, you know, do you want to work Saturday? Nobody wants to work Saturday, but if he paid you for it and you didn't have to come in, you'd say, I'll take it. So if you can get a check that affords you to have to work half as much, but still work, and if you need more money and you've got debt that you haven't completely paid off, and you just simply need to make, you know, more money, then work. You know, you've only got that cap limit for a little time. You don't have it all your life. So, but But waiting is not an excuse. And that insurance thing that I get, that I don't want to talk about because I'm not an insurance salesman. And I don't know what your needs are. Personally, if you thought you had to have insurance so bad that you couldn't quit your job and be free and get your Social Security coming in, then I would say just take out a catastrophe policy. They got policies like that, just so that it doesn't rob you of everything. And if you, I mean, what's wrong with paying a couple $100 to go to a doctor, an ear, nose, and throat, or or somebody to get some antibiotics? Personally, at 62, if you think you're that ill, maybe you need to just stay on insurance. But you're pretty healthy still at 62. I mean, I don't really particularly worry about that. So I'm going to get my Medicare at 65, and some people are saying that I'm going to drop down $200 and I'm going to be that much poorer because I'm only going to have $1,500 now. I haven't decided if I'm taking out a G plan for $200, which it might only be $100, not $200, or the G high deductible, or the Advantage plan. I'm already on it kind of now with the ACA. I mean, I have to go to a certain doctor. I have to get a referral, just like if you work. If you're in a group, you got to go to certain doctors. You got to get a referral. It's the same thing. So, I don't get involved with that. You do what you decide, but don't let that stop you from working less and just having to keep going to that job every day. Think about what you're spending every year to make those extra dollars that you could be getting roughly 20 grand a year sent to you, okay, that you're getting ahead. I had one comment that said, let me understand this. I work and I make money and I bank all my Social Security checks and I have $102,000 in 5 years. Now, how did anybody possibly glean that from my video? I'm not even going to go there. But anyway, this is the kind of comments that I see. I have to clarify. So number one, yes, you got to work. If you think $700 more a month on your check after working 5 years stops you from working, you got another thing coming, my friend. You're still going to need to work. Things are going to continue to get more expensive, right? So how are you going to possibly live on $2,400 a month if you wait 5 more years? So you need to work. It's healthy to work, but you don't have to work much. You don't have to work hard. All you have to do is a side hustle. All you have to do is supplement that money. But how would you like it if you were being supplemented right now and they told you, hey, only come in half as often this week. We're just going to give you the rest of the week off, and we're going to pay you the same paycheck though. One person thought, oh, he left in the comment, or he or she, I don't know who it was. Let's see, I collect Social Security and I make 20 grand a year and I make more than I'm making now. Folks, have you ever heard of being a little facetious, being a sense of humor, embellishment, just sort of talking off the cuff? No, when I mentioned that earlier in my video, to take that literally, when I said you can take Social Security and make 20 grand a year and you're going to be making more than you're making now. Come on. All these comments, and there's just a few, and I think they're, I don't know, they must be financial advisors that want you to talk to them and pay them money for them to tell you to keep working and invest in stuff so they can make a commission, okay? I got people making comments about, the fact that I sold cars 100 years ago, that I'm a car salesman selling you. Look, folks, I got nothing to gain from this. My check doesn't go up or down 1 penny if you decide to collect your Social Security or not. I'm just telling you what I'm doing and what I think you should do. It's just a good thing to do, to share a good deal. Like when we talked about where you can buy a $5.99 lunch yesterday. I don't want to keep it to myself. I'm just trying to share. People talking about it's malpractice. One comment. It's terrible advice. Well, get a YouTube channel, make some videos, and there's probably a lot of them already out there. They might even be YouTubers or whatever that are talking about why you need to work the rest of your life, why you need to work till you're 70. But folks, my point is on my videos is you do not stop working. You will absolutely have to work, just not as often, not 40 hours a week. You finally get a break. You're starting to live your life. Isn't that good? Isn't that still good? Or do you just want to keep doing 40 hours a week? Is it not good to get half of that off or even more if you have a lower overhead like I do? And I don't live rent-free in a truck. One person says he lives on somebody's property in a truck for free, in the back of a truck. Folks, I got to tell you, I got riled up a little bit on a couple of the comments because they come in on the other videos too, and I just wanted to answer them. I know that most of you get it. Most of you are saying you're going to get your Social Security at 62. Most of you testify you took it at 62 and you don't even regret it. You never look back. And most of you understand the most vital, important thing is you don't know if you're going to be here tomorrow. 65, 66, a lot of people die. A lot of people get sick. So wouldn't you like to just at least have a few years? God forbid something happened that you were able to travel and do, and not, even if you just sat around, but you didn't have to go to that job. I mean, one person wrote, some people like their job. Well, maybe if you own the business, or if you are, I don't know who likes working, unless you're just making a fortune, and you do like it. Well, there's exceptions to the rule. But anyway, just wanted to answer the few comments to tell you that I don't live free. I have to work. If I waited 5 more years, I'd still have to work. You're going to also. But I chose to live my life sooner than later. I chose to live now and crush it now than later.